Well, the impact of the partial government shutdown is growing by the day. Now that the federal government has been closed for nearly 5 weeks, roughly 800,000 federal workers have been living without pay since the shutdown began last month. David Begnaud is at the World Central Kitchen in Washington. David, I see they're putting you to work there. Tell me a little bit about the place that you are, this World Central Kitchen. What's that all about?
Well, so it's Chef José Andrés who has organized a makeshift kitchen and has welcomed humanitarians, right? Volunteers, some of them federal employees, to come in and do exactly what I'm doing. I wanted to jump in and help. It's hard to come here and tell this story without not offering to jump in. So what I was just stirring was some quinoa soup. Tom, you have, what is this?
This is nacho sauce.
Nacho sauce. Tell me why you wanted to be here. Tom is a chef, but he works sort of in the catering business. Why for you?
Well, I started out in the business doing as a volunteer, and then became a profession. And now to hear these people that are out of work, and if we can help them with it, I've got the time to be able to do it.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, it's been great fun. There's great people in here.
Thank you for what you're doing. So the kitchen is full. They're getting the meat ready. I've met bartenders. I've met taxi drivers. I've met FBI employees who've all said, okay, put me in the kitchen. So the building that we're in is on Pennsylvania Avenue, not far from the White House, kind of in the main busy area of D.C. And look at this map right here, Anne Marie. This tells you where all the other kitchens are around the country. So there's one in Puerto Rico, the island that we love, up and down the West Coast. I didn't realize that there's actually one at Emeril Lagasse's restaurant in my home state of Louisiana. You got some in California. So Chef Andrés says they're now in 20 states and the District of Columbia and Puerto Rico. So here's what happened. Starting at 11 a.m. today, people are going to come through the door. You got to show your government-issued ID, and then you go through the line. They've got the menu up there. You go through, you grab a bag, there's coffee to the side, and you're out the door. It's really quick, doesn't take a lot of time. And to the side, there's another place where you can get feminine products, pet food, diapers. This is an incredible resource for government employees, some of whom, Anne Marie, are coming day after day, we're told. They opened last Wednesday here in Washington, D.C., and they've served more than 40 meals so far.
Well, David, I think that is phenomenal. I think it's remarkable. It's nice to see people giving. But I also am thinking these are federal employees. They have good government jobs. They should not be brought to the point where they need to receive this sort of charity. I know tonight, David, at around 8 p.m. here, here on CBS, you've got a special that we're airing where you've talked to a lot of these furloughed federal employees. And I'm wondering what you have been hearing from them. Also, particularly, I don't know if you have, but if you talk to any federal employees who actually voted for Donald Trump, and how are they feeling about the current situation?
You know what's interesting about you saying that? I have not heard from one person who actually condemned the president or really went after Democrats. The stories that I've been hearing have simply focused on the personal pain that people are going through right now, trying to figure out, some people, do I have the money to put gas in my car? Do I have the money to pay my bills? Okay, I paid my bills, but I don't have money. I've got $400 left in the bank account. The idea for this special, Anne Marie, started a couple of days ago. I've been watching the good reporting of you, and I have some wonderful colleagues who've been reporting on the shutdown, and I felt compelled to say, what can I do sort of with my social media platform? So I just put out a tweet saying, share your stories with me because I want to share them. So as people shared, I'd verify, ask them, for proof that they were who they said they were. And I started to share the stories, and I thought, we have to do something with this. So I asked the bosses at CBS News yesterday, and quite frankly, a team of colleagues, can we do a special and put this all together? Think Larry King Live old school, where people call in, right, and tell you their stories. And the bosses bought it. And that's why we're in Washington, D.C. today. And it just so happened that Chef José Andrés called me as well, and he said, amigo, you got to come see what we have in Washington, D.C. You got to look at the people, the folks who are sitting right here, getting the utensils ready, all of whom are volunteers. There are a couple ladies there who work for the FBI. One woman works for the Commerce Department. She's from Puerto Rico. Everybody is coming together, right? Uber actually announced yesterday they're partnering to give people people free rides to come here and pick up food. So anyway, that's what inspired this special that airs tonight. We're going to call it Voices of the Shutdown, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on CBSN. I think it will be worth your time. I really do. We're going to leave the politics aside. Politics is important, but Nancy Cordes and Ed O'Keefe and the other folks have been telling that. Tonight, what we want to do is we just want you to hear the personal stories. That's what we want to do, raw and unedited.
You know, I love all the goodness that has come out of this. It saddens me that it has come to this at the same time. But David, really looking forward to your special. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you.